Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your daily advice for March 6th, 2017. Thank you for joining me and I hope that everyone has had a positive weekend, a wonderful weekend. We've had an interesting reading regarding the energies of the weekend, and having lived through the weekend, now I understand what those energies were about. For me specifically, for me in particular. So I hope the reading makes sense, or it makes sense now for everyone who's watched it or everyone who's watching it, and that something good came out of maybe challenging energies that we may have been dealing with. Okay, so let's look at the energies of the day. It does seem like a bit of a continuation from the energies that were surrounding us during the weekend. So our main theme here is partnership, or main guidance, and our cards here. The first card representing the influence of the past on our current situation, this is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups does talk about a situation where something was lost. And yet, it's not all lost, okay? With the Five of Cups, yes, these cups here have been spilled, so they're done, they're dusted, they're over. Nothing can be done about these cups. However, there's still two cups standing right behind us. So that can be that something can still be done about the Five of Cups situation in the future, and so we can't see that yet. Or it's not absolutely as bad as it seems. All seems lost at this time, and actually it's not all gone, it's not all lost, it's not all forsaken, okay? And it is a perspective card. So it is a card that we have a choice of either to focus on what is spilled, what is done, dusted, over. We can't change it, we can't turn time back, you know what I mean? And so we could choose to focus on that and experience the negative energy, tension, sadness, sorrow, loss, depression even, okay, by staying in this place and dwelling on what was lost. Or we could choose to focus on what still remains, to focus on anything positive that we can get out of the situation, anything, okay, or to focus on anything that can be done to make things better, to improve things moving forward, or anything that can be done in terms of, okay, well, I've been through this, at least I can change my approach so that I don't have to go through this again, okay? So it is a choice card. Change has happened, that's for sure, okay? It is a number 5, so it talks about a time in our lives where there's been a major change and a loss attached to that change. However, as with any change, something is lost or something kind of falls away so that something new can come in. And so the change itself is not to be feared. It is basically, it will be what we make of it. Again, if we choose to focus on what is changing, what was lost, what is taken away, and so on, then yes, we are going to take that change very hard. We're going to experience a lot of sorrow, disappointment, depression even. Or if we can somehow make peace with the fact that change is going to happen, or it has happened, there's nothing we can do about that, or we can't pretend it didn't happen, or pretend that nothing's changed. But instead focus on, all right, well, what can I do with this? How can I turn it around in a way that I'm happy with this? What can I take away from this experience so that I have a positive one moving forward, okay? And this can talk about recent events, or it can talk about things going further back in the past, okay, where a split happened. It is to do with cups, so we were emotionally affected by this first and foremost. It stirred a lot of emotional negative reactions, okay, and emotions, feelings, and really shook us up and really shook our ability to hope, our ability to smile and be optimistic, okay, really affected us because we felt like all was lost, okay, and we may have felt sorrow, depression, or despair as a result of whatever this Five of Cups situation talks about for everyone. Okay, it's going to be different things for everyone. Remember that we are looking at energies surrounding us at this time. They're going to play out in different ways for different people, talk about different things to different people, okay? So that's where we're coming from. And for some of us, this is definitely about the weekend or the previous week. But for others, it goes further back. The energy of today is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card that talks about truce, peace, a moment to breathe, a moment to gather our strength. The card depicts, let's say, a time of war where one day out of, how long that war has been going on for, is all about, the forces regrouping. No one's attacking, no one's, being negative or aggressive, okay? Both parties, or how many parties are involved in the war, in the fight, in the struggle there, in the conflict, they're all licking their wounds, okay? So it's that kind of an energy. It talks about healing. It talks about taking a breath, taking a break, okay? It talks about nurturing ourselves, licking our wounds, emotional, physical, otherwise. Focusing on our spirituality, okay? So for some of us, this is about finding strength in our faith, finding strength in our spirituality, in our beliefs, in our religion, okay? Whatever works, really, okay? But it's about looking for hope, looking for something to give us back our faith and our sense of security, in terms of, even if I don't understand what's going on right now, I hope one day I will. I hope that it's going to make sense to me. And I hope that I'll be able to understand why things had to happen the way they did, why that fight had to happen, why that loss had to happen, why that conflict had to happen, and be stronger for it, okay? How I can be stronger for it. So for today with the Four of Swords, it is a time for meditation. It is a time for regrouping, for assessment, okay? The best way forward now is inaction for today, meaning just assessing the situation, not necessarily doing something about it today. Reviewing what happened, how we got here, what was said, what was done, reactions, loss, okay, whatever has gotten us to the point of where we are, okay? Today is a day to pray, to meditate, to focus on ourselves and strengthening ourselves once again, feeling better about ourselves, trying to feel hopeful once again. It is definitely a very healing energy, deeply healing energy, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, okay? It's about finding hope again. And that's our energy for today. So very soothing, very nurturing, very healing, okay? We should have this kind of attitude towards ourselves today, first and foremost, okay? It's about us regrouping, us recharging our batteries, us coming back to ourselves, to show ourselves nurturing energy, loving energy, compassion, okay? So that we may feel better, we may regain our strength, our confidence, our hope, faith, before we can go back to the situation and see what we can do about it, or before we can make any decisions in terms of, okay, what needs to happen next, what would make me happy, what would be the healthy thing to do. Very much a heavy focus on health today, and this could be mind, body, and soul, okay? Health of all kinds, really. And that's what we're asked to focus on today. So it's just take a time out. No more fighting, no more arguing, no more hurtful words or gestures, okay? Just give it a rest. We are asked to take a break from that, to nurture ourselves, to lick our wounds, to focus on our health, okay? Restoring our health before going back to that particular situation that the Five of Cups talks about for you in particular, and decided what we want to do about it. If it can be helped, if it can be fixed, if we want to fix it, if it's a healthy thing in our lives or not. Okay, not making decisions when we're angry, not making decisions when we're hurt. Okay, when we feel sorrow. And then the energy that we're moving into tomorrow with, after we've taken this time to calm down, to regroup, to recharge our batteries, to work on our faith once again, to heal, okay, once we've given ourselves this time and this nurturing energy, we have the King of Cups. So this is interesting. We have the Five of Cups here as the influence of the past. So something very, very emotional in our lives, or something that caused emotional ordeal, okay, is what I hear. We have the Five of Swords next, the breather, the downtime, the peace, looking for healing, looking for calm. And then the King of Cups. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords in between the Five of Cups and the King of Cups. That means today's about taking a break from the sorrow, taking a break from the pain, working on healing, balancing ourselves once more. And then when we go back to the situation with the King of Cups, this is a whole new attitude. The Five of Cups here, we can do crazy things when we're hurt, all right? It's very unstable energy. Whereas the King of Cups is emotional maturity, calm, stability, being able to understand our emotions, being able to control our emotions, not to overreact, not to go overboard, not to be defensive, okay? It's that calm energy, being collected, feeling in control of our own emotions so that we don't get triggered just, by anything. And with this kind of energy, we can solve problems. With this kind of energy, we can fix a situation. With this kind of energy, we can make mature, stable, healthy decisions about who we want to be around, what we want to do about a situation, if something is actually healthy in our lives or not. This is mature energy, stable energy. Okay? It's controlling our emotions, or understanding our emotions and knowing when to react, when to hold back, when to open up, speak up, when to be quiet and observe. It's also the energy of patience and compassion, okay, where we try to give someone or ourselves the benefit of the doubt, okay, when we don't jump to conclusions, when we don't try to control or manipulate a situation just to feel safe, okay. This is maturity, stable energy, healthy energy, okay. So whatever this situation is that has been very much a struggle, very much a war zone, okay, in our lives with the Five of Cups, we've experienced loss, depression, and my guides are pointing out that there's a swan on the lake here, if you can see. Hopefully you can see. This is a swan on the lake. And we had the swan in the weekend energy, didn't we? So that's pretty cool. But yeah, okay, we're taking some much needed time out of that difficult situation, that heavy, toxic, negative, unhealthy, emotional situation. Taking time out today, and this could be for today's energy, or it can move into a few days further, okay. It's energy, it's not set in stone, it's fluid. We may try to put a time frame on it, but sometimes it sticks to that and sometimes it doesn't, okay. It will do what it knows is best. So with this healing process, for some of us it can take a few hours, for others it can take a few days, for others it could be a couple of weeks, for others it could be a few months, all right. It's just the direction that things are moving into based on this energy, regardless of how long it takes us to get there individually, because we're on our own path, okay, on different directions, different roads. But After this time of downtime, healing, respite, okay, which is, I don't think I've ever used that word, just a truce, okay, taking some time out and just focusing on healing, focusing on health, healthy energy, healthy decisions, nurturing energy towards ourselves, because we need this, okay? We've been hurt. It's been very difficult. It's been traumatic. We're not able to make the right decisions right now because we're hurt, because we are reactive and defensive and hurt, and we are not making the best decisions. Or we could be making better decisions or healthier decisions if we just took some time to cool down, to unwind, to try and release this energy, this situation, to heal, lick our wounds, and find that place of calm, of inner calm, of balance, emotional stability, where we can make healthy decisions. Okay? Our guidance card is partnership, number 32. So number 32 adds up to a 5. So again, it is a time for change. It is an unstable energy. There could be changes happening with partnerships. This whole situation could be talking about someone's marriage situation, someone's relationship situation, romantic relationship, a family situation where you're involved emotionally in this situation, okay? It could be a battle we have with ourselves, battling our own demons, okay? It could even be a situation at work. If you're very much involved, if you're dedicated and wholeheartedly identify with what you do for a living, with your job, with your career, with your creative projects, okay? Where you have your hopes invested, where all your emotions, all your expectations, hopes, wishes are attached to that situation, okay? This is the kind of situation that these cards would be talking about here. It could be a crisis of faith, okay, is what I hear. So it could go with the battling our own demons energy, or it could be a separate thing, having a crisis of faith, identity crisis, anything like that, okay? Because a partnership can be between us and another person, but it can also be between us and our higher selves, between us and our guides, between us and God, okay, the divine. And this is the area where these changes are occurring, or this is the area where we're guided to take some time off, regroup, recuperate, and then go back to it to see what we want to do about it, okay? It is a 5. It is a transition. It is the chaos that comes with change, but it's not going to last forever. So the more we struggle, okay, in other words, dwelling on the 5 of Cups energy and struggling to hold on to things the way they were when they've already changed, okay, the more difficult it's going to be, and the longer the transition process and longer and more difficult it's going to be, okay? If we do understand that, hold on, this is not going to last forever, there's got to be a way out of this. I'm bound to see the light at some point at the end of the tunnel, and cross the bridge, get to the other side of this situation. That's when we focus on the positive and what we can do about it. And that's how we enter this place of, I need time away, I need peace, I need quiet, I need calm, I need to regroup so I can think straight, I need to heal myself so that I can focus on healthy decisions, okay? And that's how we get in control of our emotional selves, so that we don't react, so that we're not defensive. We can listen, we can process, we can be patient, we can try to understand, and then make healthy decisions from that place, okay? So this is just a transition period when it comes to partnerships of any kind, really. Again, we're looking at energy, so they're going to play out in a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. The main idea here is that we're going from a difficult, dark time. We are asked to take a break from that, to give ourselves a moment to regroup, to recuperate, to clear our head, to clear our energy, get distance from this situation, and focus solely on our healing for as long as we need to feel balanced again, to feel at peace one more time, okay, once more, and then make decisions from that point, from that area, from that space. Okay, so we are asked not to dwell on the negative, not to dwell in that energy of fear, of panic, of worry, because we're just going to make it worse and worse and worse. Shift things around and focus on something good, focus on something positive, and more importantly, on healing, self-healing, in order to rebalance ourselves, clear our heads, feel at peace, and then make those decisions. Okay, well, that was a pretty long message. It was definitely longer than we usually have for a daily one. But it was a very clear message and straightforward. Okay, so I hope it makes sense and that it helps as many of us as possible. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for all your support. I do appreciate it. There's loads of stuff uploaded on my channel now. Okay, you've got weeklies, channeled messages, which is psychic messages, tarot readings in terms of work and finance. You've got the monthlies to check out. You've got the love scopes to check out if you want to. So if you want to have a look around, there's loads of stuff to check out. Okay, but and we're also, okay, here we go. I forgot. We're also running spring specials. But in order of reaching 13,000 subscribers here on YouTube, I'm running another special, a 13 for 13 special. Okay, all the information you need is on my website, on the specials page. You've got links down below everywhere taking you there. If you're interested, take advantage of those. And of course, you've got all sorts of other different types of readings offered on the services page of my website if you're interested in that as well. Yeah, that's our message for today. If you feel like you need a little extra guidance, you can head on to Instagram, where I pull another additional card every day. You could check my Facebook page, or just go directly to my website, where I post daily channeled guidance, channeled messages for every day. So if you're interested, there's those options as well. If you feel like you need something extra, I'm trying to give you as much as I can here in terms of guidance. As much as I'm receiving, I'm passing on to everyone. Okay, well, that's our message. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that it helps. I hope this is useful, and that it is valuable guidance. Okay, we can use this guidance. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you for all your support, really. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.